Okay. Here we go. What's the new? Is this the new? What's the new? I want to play fucking. Here it is. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to John Boy and Jake Radio. Today is Tuesday, June 16th. That was the intro song by Bubak and the Someones. I forget.
Ooh,
I forget the name
rude.
again. But Bubak and the Someones is great. No insult.
Huge insult.
But none meant.
Well, that's not how the world works.
Yeah, but none
works.
meant. But Bubak and the Someones said that they were going to make a less hard version. They thought that was too hard for us.
Okay.
On second listen, I liked it, though.
Hits all the tones.
Now that I know what the words are.
Hits all the tones.
And I like to say it's not a guarantee that we get you out of the blues.
What's that?
And the song says like we're gonna get him out of the blues, something like that.
We still don't know what the song actually says.
I think we know. It's John Boy and Jake are on today.
On today.
Hold on right here.
I ain't catching the blues. Oh, we're back.
John Boy and Jake are on today.
Got it.
On the way. They got you covered with sports and news. Oh shit, you can't just like pause here. They're gonna get you out of the blues.
Get you out of the blues.
Yeah. So like I'm saying, it's not a guarantee that we get you out of the blues.
Yeah.
You know. I don't even know if we're trying.
Oftentimes, probably.
Yeah.
Further into the blues.
Speaking of, it is Tuesday. How are you holding up?
It's Tuesday. You nailed it. I'm doing great, man. Little food poisoning last night. My favorite sport that is currently covering 2/3 of my clothing items. The commissioner saying it's unlikely they'll play. I'm doing great, man.
Hey, I have a question on the news.
Sure.
Zach, before you leave. You had food poisoning. You had the same lunch as Zach.
Yes.
You texted me what's Zach's number.
Yeah.
You told me I want to ask him. Zach, when you got that text, did you feel bad to be like, nah, dude, I'm good?
Kinda, because I knew we ate the same thing, so I was like, I guess I'm good.
Yeah, we got a new system in place. I told Zach to tell me anytime he has a bowel movement to let me know.
Okay, good.
Just
good.
to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see. And I was in a really tough spot yesterday because it was either lunch, which whatever, we got some lunch and we had some fish. So I don't know. That makes you can jump to conclusions pretty easily. So or, I don't know. Fish can go bad, I guess. Ripple effect of that was my sweet Jessica had dinner waiting when I got home, zucchini noodles and chicken, and it was good.
Maybe the chicken was bad, because that'll fuck you up.
Well, Jess didn't get sick.
Oh.
But either way, she was sad because she thought she got me sick. So while I was in pain, she's like, do you think it was me? And I was like, don't care. Just having a terrible time right now.
That's not the issue.
Yeah. So it's not, then she was getting sad that I was sick from potentially her cooking, even though it could not be.
You got a coffee yesterday. Maybe that was it, because Zach didn't get a coffee from the market.
Maybe. Food poisoning from a coffee.
I don't know.
It would be the first one.
Coffee makes me shit.
It'd be the first one. Yeah, it wasn't that. Wasn't that.
I have one more note on
Okay.
that situation. Well, before Jake texted you for Zach's number, he texted me. And while Zach's here, I just want to know, I texted Jake saying, I've never had Zach's number no matter how badly I've wanted it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
basically, after this, give me your number.
If you're well behaved today, you can get Zach's number.
Yeah.
We like to reward our people.
I'll be on my best behavior.
Keep you out of the blues today, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good stuff.
All right, we'll see you, Zach.
Bye, Zach.
Feel better.
Feeling fine.
Never felt bad.
Yeah.
Never felt bad.
All right. So a little update.
Yeah.
You know, we like to do highs and lows at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Last night, Katie asked what was the highs and lows of the office.
Sure.
And I said my high yesterday was that there was no low, which the first time since coming back to the office, we didn't have something crippled.
The office didn't fight back yesterday.
The office didn't fight back, and we have blinds up now.
Yeah.
You look great. We have blinds up. We have blinds up now behind Jake, so the light
Yeah.
he shouldn't be as washed out. We have a TV up over there so we can see things when we want to watch things. It's not ready yet. We still have to get the cords, but
It's up.
The TV's mounted. I did the morning show from Studio B today, so like where I'm at is I'm very happy. The only bad thing is this giant pimple on my nose.
Did you fight it at all yesterday?
I fought it too much. It wasn't ready to be fought,
Okay.
you know? So it kind of like on me.
You have to come in. I'll draw something up for you later. But
Katie's, you know, she's pretty...
she's in the pimple game.
Yeah.
I respect
yeah.
Katie's pimple
She's got
game.
that extractor
She's part of the
thing.
club.
So
That's bullshit.
I tried to put makeup on it because it's so red, but
Sure.
the rest of my nose is red anyway. So I'm
Right.
like, I would need red makeup to match my
welcome.
skin tone.
Just say you're welcome. Just say thank you.
To who?
Me.
You're welcome. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Fluid. Quick.
Red nose gang.
Yeah. It is nice that you're matching me.
Yeah.
That was very, very nice of you. I think actually I'm looking at the settings and we changed the settings on your camera
Sure.
to try and balance out the washed outness. And I think we need to revert back to the auto settings.
Underbalanced.
Yeah, we need to, because I'm just seeing it and it does look strange still.
Ate a bug.
Yeah, and the chat's saying, when are we going to get a BBD cam? And we are. That's like the next thing. We have to get a new desktop
yes.
with a camera on it, and it'll be in the works. I also love how the camera shot makes this room seem so much bigger. Tiny. Anyway, besides all the shit, how was your night?
That's kind of it. We had the baseball news break, which was kind of fun at the end of the day in the office. News, as is loosely used there. But, yeah, it was kind of funny because, I think this is good. So you know how my brain works, and a lot of the listeners do as well, and I thank you for that. So I text Espo, and I'm like, hey, you having any belly issues? He says no. I tell him to let me know about the rest of his movements. Jessica, who I ate dinner with, she's fine. Mm-hmm. So the third conclusion that I jumped to was that, do I like baseball so much it's making me physically ill of what's going on with the league? And I don't think that was it, because I feel like everyone knows that feeling, like one of your first breakups or something, like when you actually feel an emotional pain inside you. Like I didn't have any
playoff
of
loss.
that. Yeah, sure. So again, yeah, just think I ate something bad, and that was kind of it. I was like writhing in pain in bed for a while. We did kind of do we think there's going to be a hospital trip? And I was like, no, it'd have to get decently worse. And then woke up feeling better.
Nice.
Yeah.
Luke's really sick.
How about that? What'd Luke do?
He's been fighting something.
We make
for a while.
out.
Like 3 nights in a row. He slept for 12 hours. So he's not at the office today. We walked to get in line at the clinic because he wanted to get tested for corona.
Sure.
And the line was like,
Yeah.
way too long. I was like, just stay home tomorrow and do it during lunch.
Yeah.
Not at 6 o'clock when everyone's going there.
I wore joggers. And there's a couple things I'd like to state around that.
Okay.
If everyone has time.
Can everyone just please put on your serious ears? Because Jake is trying to talk to you.
One, kudos to the AC unit so far. I think it's supposed to get hotter later this week. They haven't really been tested yet, but they're keeping our office pretty cool. So shout out to the AC units. B, I partially wore them in spite of Rob Manfred, which is a lot of connect the dots there. But I was like, you know what? I don't care. If I end up getting really sweaty in my lower half today, I don't really care.
Okay.
And then 3, I was also thinking on the stomach food poisoning route that I'm still in a sweated out mode. So if I end up in a bad place today sweating, net, that's still win.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to sweat.
If it happens, it happens. Like, I don't need to force it. Like, I'm feeling better. But anything out at this point is still a plus.
Now, would you call this a grout fit?
This is a grout fit.
Okay, cool.
This is a grout fit.
You should have worn a
Even
gray
down
hat.
to the shoes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't have a gray hat?
I had the El Gary. Yeah.
Coulda.
Business, man.
Nice.
How are you doing? What was your last night?
I'm cool now, which is huge.
My night was good, I guess. I don't know what I did. We went to sleep kind of early. I walked Mac 3 times. Played with Mac. Getting serious.
Yeah.
Because he's biting.
Sure.
So I'm doing the hold. Just make sure he knows I'm his boss.
Alpha.
Stare at him.
And the Omega.
Stare at him till he breaks.
Yeah.
Let him know. And then he's good, man. Like, I feel bad because Katie doesn't have it yet.
Right.
He doesn't nip at my legs.
Right.
And he understands that I'm the boss a little bit.
Right.
Like, he'll still try and bite me too hard. I scared him real bad because you're supposed to like, ah!
Right.
And I went like a big, ah! And he just got so scared and ran away and then came back and licked me because he thought I was hurt and gave me kisses. And I was
Are we cool?
I was like,
Yeah.
I just punked you, bitch.
Gotcha.
Like, I wasn't even hurt.
That was the fucking plan,
Yeah.
McDougal.
Yeah.
What a loser!
Look at that. Soundboard Jim.
Well, that was a good drop.
That's
right
when
there.
you know Jimmy's in good spirits.
That
When
was a good-
Soundboard Jim is fully operational.
That was a good drop right
Yeah.
there.
It's a good
I was searching for a drop for you, so I clicked on every single one, and then that reminded me where some were.
You'll find that's a nice moment when the dog starts putting it all together, just has the formula more in place. Like, Noodle gets... Oh, my God.
Jesus.
We almost lost Jim Boy.
Oh my god!
Oh, my God. Almost fell backwards. Noodle knows he can be more aggressive playing with me, but in a playing way.
Yeah.
Than he is with Jess. And so, like, Dukes is still crunching the numbers on that. Like, right now, he thinks he can bring it at Katie more because she isn't given the large defense. But the
She's
computer
starting.
kicks in.
She's like, I need to do this. I want him to be to me how he is to you.
It's a lot of love.
Yeah, you got to be stern. He still
Right.
He still wakes me up with glee in the morning. He's actually really good this morning. I woke up, put my contacts in, brushed my teeth, and he just sat. And when Katie and I left, he broke her damn heart because we were getting ready to leave, and he sat in front of the door and just looked at us and wouldn't let us open the door.
Is today the longest he's been home alone?
When Luke's home.
Ah.
We left him home alone when we went to the grocery store and to the office to fix the Wi-Fi on Sunday. And that was probably like 2.5 hours.
Okay.
He sleeps for like 3 hours in the middle of the day. So
Yeah.
Told Luke, go get tested.
Dogs.
Yeah, go get tested. Dogs. So, yeah.
Huge.
Jeff Passan just responded to someone and said, thanks, simp.
Yeah, that was either early this morning or last night. Ava, right?
Ava, yeah, she like hates me, but she's kind of funny sometimes.
She's involved with the
Astros.
Yankees crew, the kids.
Yeah, I think she's just active. But she's an Astros fan, so she hates me. But every now and then she tweets stuff that's funny.
Yeah, but she's friends with what do we call that whole crew? The playoff Glabers.
Hoodie Gang.
Hoodie Gang.
Don't insult them.
Yeah. Well, thank you for writing that song for us. Nobody.
The somebodies. I didn't say Bubak and the
That's
Nobodies.
what you basically said.
Bubak and the Nobodies.
That's what
is
you
an
basically
insult.
said. That's a better band name, but
It is better.
yeah, you're welcome.
Bubak and the I still like Bubak and the somebodies. Like I want to be somebody, man.
No,
Somebody.
I like somebody who doesn't want it.
I don't even get her tweet though. She just tweeted Nightingale passing and
She was basically she did it. You set those up because nobody likes retweeting anything. That you lay out the different options, and you put the best option as the retweet, so people spread it more. That's like the general rule. So they put Passan as the retweet, and he said thanks.
Oh, I get it. Wow. That's cool. It's a good layout. Good stuff. Passing. Pandering fuck. I love him.
He's got to have a. What's the weirdest thing he does?
On social media or just at home?
Just like that we don't know.
Wears like dresses like me at night. Just mesh shorts and like a tank top with hair not gelled. If you
Interesting.
saw that, he'd be embarrassed. He'd be like, no one can see me like this.
Yeah, I wonder. He's got something up his sleeve that's like, whoa. Like, he's got a closet attached to his bedroom that's just like where he dresses, like you were saying. Like, that's the only place he'd ever do it.
Yeah.
Like, nothing, no cameras in there,
If
no
you were to,
phones
if you were to
in there.
snap a picture of him
He's
walking
got a
his
no
dog,
phone room.
Okay.
Jeff Passan has a no phone room in his house.
I think it's the bedroom, and his wife like has a safe outside the door.
Oh, there's cameras in there.
Do you think if you were to take a picture of him walking his dog, what would he be wearing?
Interesting. Does he have a dog?
In
I
this situation?
I could see him not having a dog specifically because
You don't have time.
he's in suit.
Yeah.
Does he go to family events?
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yes.
He's got kids. He goes to their events.
Right.
You can tweet from anywhere.
That's true.
Does he
Jake
wear
used to tweet
suits
from
to
church every
events?
Sunday. What?
Does he wear suits to events?
He's got it in the car.
Okay.
Like, he definitely has a trunk
He's
suit.
never sand suit.
Yeah, he's got a trunk suit. That's pretty
Never
good.
sand suit.
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
good. Yeah, I like that. Good job, Jeff. Anything else? BBD, did you throw anything in the banter section today?
Put the Giambi fun fact in the banter. You wanna say it, BBD?
So last night on Talking Yanks, we had a call about the Jason Giambi streak. It's like the Shaq streak in the NBA. And since 1988, every World Series on one of the rosters, there's been a person who was teammates with Jason Giambi at some point.
Who are the
And-
best names on there?
Well, define best. You mean like best players?
Well, like, we
rare.
pegged someone.
Who's someone like who is there a year where there's only one player who bridges the gap? Like Will Harris?
There's a bunch of those.
Okay.
That's
But
kinda how it
is there a
works.
random player?
Phil Koch.
Okay.
Phil Koch's a good one.
What
there's
team
some
was
Ricky
Phil Koch
Henderson
in the World
ones.
Series?
He was with the Tigers in
Tigers.
2012.
And he played with the Yankees in Giambi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he first came to the Yankees in 08, so there was the Giambi.
Barely
Barely.
connected.
Because his year with the Yankees was 09.
Yeah. That's
Manny
a
Del
very, like, you have a loose thread. That's a very, like, a thick breeze comes and that thread snaps.
Manny Del Carmen, 07 Red Sox. Mark Mulder, 06 Cardinals got me because I think that was like the only year I remember him on the Cardinals. Maybe it's
Okay.
longer.
It's crazy. I mean,
Cool.
how many years is it? 30?
31?
31 World Series in a row have featured a Jason
And
Giambi.
Giambi-
teammate.
94, there wasn't a World Series. So.
Right.
So 30.
We'll call it
30.
30. And Giambi's never been? Was that a thing?
He played in only one, I think.
He played in one.
03 Yanks.
Can I tweet this, Adam? Does Giambi use?
I looked for him on Instagram. It looks like he has an old Instagram from 2013 that he posted 4 times, but he never did anything.
The last 30 World Series have featured a Jason Giambi teammate. Hey, at Jason Giambi. That is,
today.
Do you know this? He doesn't have a Twitter. So I'm just adding at Jason Giambi, but it's
Whoever
not him.
has that handle.
He's got to have a fake Twitter, right? Like a publicist set him up with one. The only Giambi is what it comes up with. No. Definitely a parody.
Could see Giambi not being a social media guy.
Tony Womack, 04 was another one that took a lot of work. Pudge in 08. He was teammates with him in 08.
You should comment that.
How many
under-
active teammates are still playing? Because whatever teams those have, that's who's going to be in the
That's a
World Series.
question.
I think Baseball Reference does it.
You could probably find it quicker. The guys I've written down: Drew Pomeranz, Will Harris, Jan Gomes, Dexter Fowler. It's all the people I've written.
Because those are, it's kind of like whenever, who was it? Johnny Gomes went World Series. If Johnny Gomes is on your team, you're going to the World Series. That's Jason Giambi's teammates.
How old is Jason Giambi?
39. No, 43.
49.
Not a math guy.
I was mad because I knew I Googled that yesterday, but couldn't remember.
2012 in Colorado. So is he with like Arenado? No, he didn't come up yet. Cool.
Quentin Hubner says, was the whole Giambi wearing a thong thing real or am I gullible? Real. And his teammates would wear him. Like Jeter wore it to snap out of a slump. 0 for 30 slump, hit a home run on the first pitch wearing the thong. Dono would Dono, the training guy, would just drop it in people's lockers. You need this, is how the story goes. So let's, speaking of sports.
5 straight years. Let me give you some Giambi stats.
Okay.
5 years, 99 to 03. Hit 311, 444 on base, a 1.039 OPS for 5 seasons. Per 162 games, that's 41 homers, 127 walks. Giambi, really good.
Really good. Steroids.
Sure. Everyone did except Derek Sanderson Jeter.
and Trevor Plouffe.
Well, we're trying to get him suspended.
We're trying to get him to take those now.
Trying to get him suspended.
Yeah, suspend Plouffe. Should we make those shirts? Suspend Plouffe. All right, let's go to the sports. Whoa, why'd that happen? Why'd that happen?
Let's start with sex, baby. No, how about the NBA? They're still getting a little fight back from the players. Kyrie Irving leading the way on that, saying the players don't want to return. They don't want to take away from the message. I think a lot of it leads to that guys don't want to be trapped in a bubble for a while. In the National Fun League, Baker Mayfield says he's going to kneel this year. Okay, Baker, sure. Zeke Elliott test positive for the Rona. People are going in on him because he had the party earlier on where there was people there. No Max. Zeke. Christian Hackenburg. Jim, you want to talk about transitions? Christian Hackenburg, your guy, Penn State, the Jets.
Thank you.
He is going to try to play baseball. Hope he's better than football. And speaking of baseball, the Yankees are big old cheaters. Oh, my God. This letter comes out saying nothing new. But it got some clicks on Saturday, so that was big, and it ruined Jimmy's Saturday for a little bit. And Major League Baseball may not return in 2020. It also may. Rob Manfred looks like a turd.
I have because you're wearing joggers and you're closer to the air conditioner.
Yeah.
I'll let you make the final ruling here, but it's cold in here.
You're getting cold?
It's 66 degrees.
Part of the reason I wore it.
Okay. Are you cold over there?
It's got a hoodie on.
I'm not cold, but I'm comfortable in this
Okay.
sweatshirt.
My legs are getting chilly under the table.
Yeah.
Direct it more at BBD.
I was chilly yesterday. You want more at BBD?
Yeah. That's going to do wonders for me.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me the sports news.
No problem.
We already talked about MLB a lot. MLB is being stupid.
Man, you know the Jake routine a little bit, and we were doing some John Boy Media behind the scenes action today. Go check it out on Patreon or YouTube or wherever we put it. I do think yesterday was a lot of chicken shit from Manfred. I think he was trying to scare the players back to the negotiating table because the players said they weren't. And I think the players just won this. Not won, because we've still got a pile of shit to get through. But the players got Manfred, and he was so happy to say on draft night that we will 100% unequivocally play this year. The player said, all right, let's roll the ball out there. These negotiations have sucked. And it's funny, all these little lines in the CBA thing that they came together on in March that you wonder what angle they're trying to play. And the key line that I think the players are now peacocking behind is try to play the most games possible or whatever it says. Mm-hmm. And they've kind of cornered the owners and Manfred a little bit, which is interesting because now they're going to try to Rona it maybe. They're going to try to drag their feet as ugly as they can. I still think we're playing ball this year, but we'll see. We could also not. That's been the story from the start.
It's just funny that the Players Union has called out their bluff every single time.
The owners are acting like we're all dumb.
I said that.
You opened that up to me, and it's honestly gotten to a level of just like there's 30 people that are so disconnected from real life. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
So, yeah, I mean, when the players said, you tell us when and where, which they all tweeted at the same time, which is badass, really smart. They're controlling the narrative really well. They did that because there's enough time to play like 70 games right now. But it's very clear by the way MLB has been offering the money, they only want to pay for 45 games or 48 games or 50.
Yeah.
So if the league rolls out their plan, which is what they want to do, which is 50 games, and they say, okay, we're going to play 50 games, then they follow a grievance like, why would you play 50 games when there's clearly enough time to play 65 games? And they would instantly file a grievance and say you're negotiated in bad faith. You don't actually want to play the most amount of games. You only want the minimum, which has been obvious from the start.
Yeah.
So the players have cornered them into outing themselves as bad faith negotiators.
Bad faith negotiators, the playoff contract that came out during this.
So Manfred's trying to stall. Like Bauer and everyone's calling it out. Like, you're just trying to stall and get another 10 days.
And then they leaked some coronavirus stuff today
that
from
was
Nightingale, and all the players called it out. And yeah, I mean that's their last thing that they've got to lean on because they have nothing else. Because the players are literally saying, "We are ready to play." Go check out Talking Baseball. We'll talk more about it later.
Yeah, God.
And maybe we'll see Christian Hackenburg twirling it this year. Jim, you ready?
Was he a good ball player?
No.
I think he was like good in high school, but that's the last.
He was
time
like
he
okay
tried.
in high school. I saw the stats, and it's just like, when has this worked recently?
I don't know. There's an element of like, I don't know, this guy's been a freak his whole life,
Right.
and like, dude, I was good at sports. I've
His
always
high
been good at
school-
sports.
if
He's
I re-
25, still young.
If I remember his high school
wants to
stats
try.
properly,
What you do? Don't sell yourself short.
his ERA was like 4.11, and like he hit like a little over 300, which you're like, okay, those are good stats, but it's also like high school, and this is professional sports.
you had to have a chance to be like a pro. You got to be way better than
Your
that.
numbers, like Javi Baez hit like 800 in high school. Those are really cool stats. Look them up.
I know. Rosenthal went after Manfred.
Dude,
Did you see the headline? Manfred must strike a deal with players or ruin his legacy. Listen to the opening first paragraph. Hold on.
Okay.
Rob Manfred finally seems to be figuring out he has no choice. Strike a deal with the union and salvage a 2020 season or ruin his legacy as commissioner of baseball. As if the perception that Manfred is beholden to owners and out of touch with players was not bad enough, he was trending on Twitter on Monday after performing a massive flip-flop.
Yeah. And I mean, that was part of what I was leaning to in our behind-the-scenes footage. Go check it out on Patreon or YouTube or wherever we post it. Man, it's kind of that one step back to take two steps forward, and that's kind of what it's feeling right now. Like, and again, it's kind of the beauty of the commissioner, if you're owners, is that they have this shield that just gets crapped on and shit on by everyone. That there's a world where, like, I could genuinely picture the owners at this point being like, hey, like, Rob Manfred doesn't represent us. Like, he's become so disliked and bad guy that I could see the owners turning on him too and being like, hey, net, sorry about that guy, huh?
Fuck,
what's
stop
going
doing that.
on
What?
over there?
I get myself under the table and I lean back and
Put your
catch it.
shoulders up.
Did you see the, like...
All the reporters are going in. It's quacktastic.
Yeah. Did you see the interview with all the commissioners? I didn't see it, but
I did not.
Dolan asked a question to Manfred,
James Dolan?
the Knicks owner.
I don't like any words in that sentence.
Did you see this, BBD?
I watched like the Manfred interview part, but I didn't see the Dolan part.
James Dolan asked...
Didn't even know about the Dolan part.
James
Ugh.
Dolan asked, why don't you have robot umps?
Why what?
Why doesn't baseball have robot umps to Manfred, like on the spot? He was like, yeah, I was watching tennis, and they have perfect technology. They serve at 130 miles per hour. Why don't you have electric strike zones? And Manfred said something real fucking weird, and
Sure.
he was like, when you see replays, it's a reimagination of what happened. So just think about that. And I was like, wait, I don't get that. But then Manfred
Heavy.
was like, it's not that easy. We have a 3D strike zone, not just a line that.
Right.
We have a strike zone that moves
Flat.
with each player, not just a flat line, which is like a good answer. But it was just funny, like it was such a collection of like all the commissioners, and then James Dolan and his crew being the audience is like, who the fuck is this for?
Yeah.
A bunch of people out of touch that don't like. If we ever got Manfred to come on Talking Baseball, my question would I was thinking about this. I would be a troll interviewer.
Sure.
And I'd be like, if it was up to you, how would you have punished the Astros?
Right.
Every question, like
That's and
if you were negotiating this, how would you have gone about it?
and that's
Just see how he handles it.
So I didn't know Dolan was there, but it's while I was writhing in pain from my stomach bug of love last night, I was thinking that ESPN just set up the perfect trap. Like putting the commissioners on a stage and letting them talk. I mean, that's like just bringing the circus into town to get clicks and people to react. And now that I know Dolan was involved, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
That's exactly what it was.
They filmed it before.
I can't believe Manfred walked into that.
They all had to do it. They trapped him. Who honestly wants to hear a commissioner's like thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just tell me what the owners are making you say.
Weird gig.
Really weird gig. It'd be so funny to be the opening question if we like came on. Like if he wants to
Just
do
say
like
weird gig with a question mark on it?
no, what I
Weird
said.
gig.
You know, like if he wants
Why
to do
would you wanna
if
be
he wants to do a good faith tour and
Sure.
go find the media. Like Talking Baseball is becoming a legit landing spot
Sure.
where that would happen. And if we were said, if it was up to you, how would you have punished the Astros?
Right.
It should be so funny to see him be like, well, it was up, and then be like,
That
"No, no,
was... They have to live with that every day, man.
no." Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah. And instead of asking like, do you like baseball, just be like, what's your favorite play?
Name 15 baseball players right now. Can you do it?
I can't.
Good luck, Christian Hackenburg.
Yeah. What else was on here? Kyrie leading group of NBA players that do not want to return to play. Yeah, I heard some scuttlebutt that the players are like, we don't need to do this. Like they're not itching to go play this postseason. The way baseball players are clearly itching because they didn't even start the season.
Right.
I think NBA players, this is around when it ends anyway. They like having their summers free. There's still a health risk. I think they've lost that itch to finish the season. They're already like, I'm past it. I'm moving on.
That's exactly what we're seeing. I mean, LeBron and the Lakers are really excited to finish the season because they think they have a chance to win the NBA title.
Quinn had a good follow-up in the chat. Oh, you like baseball? Name every player.
Name every player. Name every player. Name everyone who works for you.
It's pretty funny.
But no, this is really funny. So we've had I wouldn't say a source, but we've had someone that's connected to NBA players that's been skeptical of what's going on, and it started middle of last week, kind of with Woj saying like, "Hey, a lot of players are saying they don't want to be trapped in a bubble because if you go back further in the timeline, remember how exciting it was? It was like, oh, basketball's figured it out. They're going to do the Disney bubble. This will be cool." And then here we are like 3 weeks later, and the players are like, wait, so we're going to be trapped in Disneyland for like 2-3 months? And the other thing, which the NBA hasn't figured out, is like the people working for Disney on site didn't have to be in the bubble. So they were like, you're going to have people from outside the bubble coming in, then what are we doing? So NBA started fighting back on that a little bit. And then Kyrie, being Kyrie, decided to try to take the angle of everything that's going on in the world with Black Lives Matter and all of that. And it was Kyrie trying to be good and talking about a bigger issue than the NBA. But I know, I didn't even watch it, but I know Stephen A. Smith went in on him yesterday because they would have a massive platform. You can control that platform. you can be part of the message to millions of people watching.
Do you think Kyrie, they were all talking behind closed doors, and he's like, everyone fucking hates whenever I talk anyway. I'll do this for us.
I think that Kyrie operated alone.
I think the part getting kind of lost in all the shuffle. Kyrie is one of the vice presidents of the Players Association, so it's like kind of his job to speak for beyond himself. But like, who wants Kyrie to be the one representing you, even if you're like in the group that agrees with him?
It seemed cool probably before the flat Earth stuff, but I think the bigger thing, and I think Kyrie came out and said this the other day, is that if LeBron wants to play, the NBA is going to play basketball, which is pretty wild that that's accurate.
Yeah.
So they're going to figure it out. But yeah, I know Kyrie kind of took that stance, and it's like, get it. They didn't want to take away from the change that's going on in the world, and that's smart, but use your platform that you've gotten by playing basketball to spread that message, whether
They don't need to play to spread the message at all.
No, but if they do play and they have that platform, they can do more impactful things.
Yeah, I think
they can reach millions.
But don't take that too seriously. They just don't want to play.
Exactly.
Like, that was just like, let's try and sell it
The teams
this
that
way.
don't think they have a shot at the title don't want to play.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
They're like, it's summer.
So that's what I'm saying. Kyrie kind of
it's
tried to use that as an excuse, but that sentence kind of sounds bad because then you're using Black Lives Matter as an excuse, but it kind of is what it is, and I think
the
people
Pippen
have
quote.
called him out.
It's the Pippen quote. Not trying to fuck up my summer.
What was that Scottie Pippen voice again?
Can't do his voice.
Nobody can.
Trying to
Get
mess
him
up
on the
my-
soundboard.
Not trying to mess up my summer.
Not trying to fuck my summer up.
Trying to fuck
Was that
my-
Scottie Pippen?
Not trying to
No, but
fuck
that's
my.
the exact verbiage. Of the
Not trying to fuck my summer up.
Let's not put that on the soundboard. Every time Scottie Pippen talked during the MJ doc, I laughed out loud.
Oh yeah, it sounds like a gravel road came to life.
Audibly, like out loud. God, like him. Let's get him on.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the soundbite now. It's got to be on Twitter, right? Somewhere, right? Not trying to fuck up my summer.
What's the consensus? Do we feel good for Scottie Pippen or bad for Scottie Pippen?
Great.
Okay. BBD?
I mean, in general, like Scottie Pippen.
Net.
Good. The documentary stuff, we talked about it at length on Talking Knicks. Check that out. But like the contract stuff, I kind of fully blame Scottie for
Yeah, he
signing
signed it.
that. And then
I don't blame him though. His family history.
I don't blame him for taking it in the first
Yeah.
place, but to then complain 6 years later or
He's
whatever.
got the sit out moment.
Exactly what everyone warned him would happen if he signed that contract is what happened, and he got furious.
All right.
All right, dude.
Oh, dude, I think that you can't find this
Okay.
quote, like this soundbite, because ESPN was coming at everyone who like posted clips of The Last Dance.
Last Dance.
Last Dance. Good doc, huh? Can't find it. Oh, wait.
Fuck my summer up. I'm not gonna fuck my summer up. I'm not gonna fuck my summer up.
There it is.
Yeah. Gravelly. I mean, we did all the sports. We're out.
Oh.
Did I skip something?
Classic burying the Yankees cheating scandal by
Oh,
John Boy.
man. I talked about it on like 3 platforms already.
Top 5 minutes of Talking Yanks. We hit it right on the nose.
I also did it in morning yesterday.
No new news. Clickbait.
I posted a 10-minute video on the John Boy Media. So I've talked about it a lot. No new news.
Open the letter.
Yeah, open the
It's
letter.
in the box. Are we doing states?
Yeah, BBD, what state you got us at?
Let's see. Today's state will be Arkansas. Between MLB negotiations and the NBA stuff coming back, I don't know what's going on, and I have no idea what goes on in Arkansas.
Okay. I like the spin.
Oh, okay.
I think
Name three states that Arkansas borders right now.
before you
BBD,
do that.
Border states of Arkansas. What you got?
I'm looking at a U.S. map, so let's have Jake.
Jake?
do it.
Jake?
Okay. Missouri,
Yep.
Louisiana,
Yep.
and Texas. Texarkana.
Yes. That's the smallest.
welcome.
That's like a barely border.
Scottie Pippen, I believe, is from Arkansas.
Believe so.
So That could have been another spin.
Dude,
but
the Texarkana
I've been there.
borders.
Ben had Texarkana.
Also, New Boston. I guess that didn't really work out for him. This is going to be the New Boston. Sucks. No one's there.
Yet. Long game.
Red River Army Depot. That's cool.
Jake, you make an Amazon purchase?
Not yet. Oh, but I will.
People
I
are
don't.
clamoring.
Shit my pants.
I know people say it all the time, but it is funny that, like, Kansas and Arkansas are right next to each other, and one is Kansas. It's literally Kansas is in the name Arkansas. Like, it's Arkansas. Like, if you teach that to someone who's not American, they'll be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You put A and R in front of Kansas, but it's pronounced Arkansas?
It's a tough language.
Makes no sense.
That's a tough moment as a young American when you find out your language just sucks.
Yeah. Arkansas.
It's unique.
You know how Wyoming is actually pronounced?
Go on.
Wyoming. We get it right all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your sister there?
No. Oh, is she? She's in Colorado.
Might be.
Did they go to Wyoming? And Washington, if you were my grandma, it's actually pronounced Washington.
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 Sure.
Toilet paper. Drink out of the bottle in Washington.
I have the, before we get out of halftime, I have the saddest Amazon, like, just recently bought list, or just ever bought list. So since we've started doing this, I hadn't bought anything since Christmas, and the couple things I bought were gifts. Yo, what's the last thing I bought for myself? Okay.
No, you bought, like, black barbecue.
Right. I'm saying I'm going back further in time. I don't think I bought... This is spooky stuff. Anyways, so since I've started buying stuff for myself, these shoes I'm wearing, they're Asics. They're
Nice.
old men ugly shoes.
That's all you need.
I told BBD that the other day.
These, the back is completely broken because I don't like untying and tying them.
Sure.
And now Mac is just biting them nonstop.
Those
so.
are kind of sleek, though. Like, these aren't sleek.
Well, if you remember, on
These are never
JJR,
cool.
I bought a pair of shoes that Katie and my mom said I absolutely am not allowed to wear.
Right.
They returned those for me, and my mom bought me these.
Those are nice shoes. Okay, I've got these ugly old man shoes. I bought a Hanes 7-pack of boxer briefs, black and gray.
Huge.
I bought a shopping cart,
Yeah, I remember that.
To
That was
go
big.
grocery
But that's a
shopping.
necessity.
barbecue sauce, which is kind of the coolest thing I bought, and then I bought a bunch of cell phone chargers. I'm the most pathetic man in the world.
It's cool. Dude, it's kind of cool. You can, on Amazon, I can go back and find out what I bought in 2011. It has 2008 here. It's not going to, okay. 0 orders placed in 2000.
Spooky.
I'm going to see, 2010, does it have any orders? 4 orders placed in 2010.
Jeez.
Jesus, man. I bought an Elmore Leonard book. I bought a Bunker Hill historical flag. We had that in college. I mean, this is when we were in college.
Yeah.
And it shipped to Jemima O'Boniel, my stage name.
Yeah.
Interesting. The House of Lim, a book I bought in 2011. That was for my History of China class. A bunch of Dan Fonte novels. It's all books. This is, I wonder, like, you know, if there's something that's, like, so weird in my history. This is crazy that it has that long of a history on here. These are all just history books. 2012. Amazon, dude. The world's weird. It just tracks everything. Oh, big young adult kick of books here. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Perks of Being a Wallflower, Spectacular Now, It's Kind of a Funny Story. Got a GoPro. Weird. Yeah, so what are you going to buy?
I'm on it. We got to get to the news.
The news.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
Florida man was arrested for attempting to barbecue child molesters. A married couple waiting for children didn't realize they needed to have sex first. I don't believe that. Harvey Weinstein's deformed penis has been explained. A Texas man pleads guilty in a cactus smuggling case. A Kansas man man requests trial by combat against his ex-wife in court. Wuhan man, who's 26 years old, gained 224 pounds within 5 months while remaining home due to corona.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Where do you want to start here, Jake? We got a lot of news. The weekend brought us some good stuff.
Boy, do we.
Boy, do we.
Honestly, it's the Wuhan man.
You want to start there? Also, Quentin's on it again in the chat. I'm the most pathetic man in the world has got to be a sound drop. I just like mark that down, BBD.
Felt right.
The Wuhan man, 26 years old. He was in quarantine like everyone else. It says he gained 224 pounds in 5 months.
So let's quick math this, because this is what we're good at, right? Mm-hmm. 5 months, we'll say 5 weeks a month. That's 5 times 5 is 25. 25 goes into 224 9 times. So that's 9 pounds a week? I think that's doable.
I don't know. Your body's got to want
It's
to
a
do
lot
it.
of weight.
Are we still live? My internet's fucking slow.
224?
224. 20. Oh, dude, he's so big. How big was he? This is the worst website in the history of websites. Can you read it to me?
How big was he? What was it, Daily Mail?
Yeah.
What's the Daily Mail about? I feel like we get a lot of stories from them. They're just a crazy stories website. That's
just
pretty
like
funny.
just like a tabloid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they have different sections.
It's
like they
not
have
loading
news.
for me. Did we hit an internet wall?
Oh no, other websites are working for me. Just that one.
It's the Daily Mail. Screw them then. I know at first I was very skeptical, but I think the numbers are closer than I thought.
It's weird. It's letting me
9
open.
pounds a week?
It's letting me open some websites, but not all websites.
I mean, the classic Jake story is when I was 13, went to the Dominican Republic. I think I put 13 pounds in 8 days.
Pina coladas.
Pina coladas. All you could eat buffet.
Do I have to use my phone? None of these will open. But
I'll click the Harvey Weinstein's deformed penis link to hope that works.
I just tried that. It's like if there's one I want to load.
Yeah.
Harvey
Harvey.
deformed penis. I'm on internet on my phone though as well. Come on, internet. Okay. Las Vegas man arrested for stabbing. No. All right. Harvey Weinstein's deformed penis explained. Maybe that's why he was so testy. Harvey Weinstein suffers from an acute infection that contributed to his deformed penis, according to a recent report on the convicted rapist. Tough headline for Harvey. Fucking.
He earned it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. It's warranted.
Big time.
The disgraced movie mogul's deformed genitalia is the result of a life-threatening bacterial infection known as Fournier's gangrene. Gangrene? Don't we know that? Isn't that a thing? The infection can strike middle-aged men and diabetics. Weinstein is both. When bacteria enters through... What? He's 68. That's not middle-aged.
Not middle-aged.
But at one point he was middle-aged.
He had to get there.
Yeah. When bacteria enters through a cut or scratch in the genitals, and spreads through the bloodstream, some patients require skin... I don't know. You know what? I was kind of hoping for just a picture of his deformed dick, and then I was going to bow out.
I think we all were.
Like read about it.
I think we all were.
Is the internet going to work ever?
It is kind of working for me, which is funny. For my purchase of the day, it's letting me click around pretty good.
It just won't open.
In and out.
It just won't open any of these news stories.
Shake it up, baby.
Florida
Shout.
man arrested for attempting to barbecue child molesters. Let's see this. I got it on my phone. Allthat'sinteresting.com. Florida man arrested for attempting to barbecue child molesters. Jorge Porto Sierra's plan to burn sex offenders to death was only thwarted when police arrived too soon. I'm going to kill you, child molester, screamed Jorge Porto Sierra as he poured gasoline on the door of the Friendly Village Inn in Florida. With a cigarette in hand, Porto continued to dump the flammable fluids all over the premises in hopes of setting the property ablaze and burning the sex offenders inside to death. When they arrived on the scene, before he could carry out his plan, he intended to barbecue all the child molesters on fire and kill them. Said the same thing 3 paragraphs in a row here, writer guy. Police soon confirmed that the 50-year-old Porto was indeed trying to kill for sex. You're saying the same thing. According to the police report, a man was standing outside of his room when Porto Sierra jumped out of his car and began screaming at the individual. Terrified, the man ran back into his room, prompting Porto to break one of the motel's windows. I mean, it seems like Porto's a hero and a villain in the same times because he did gather a bunch of sex offenders, so when the cops show up, he can be like, those are sex offenders, and the cops will be like, awesome, we got him. We also got you, though, because you're attempted murderer.
And I think that's...
How did he lure them in? What a shitty piece of writing by this person.
I'd have to know more details, like you're saying. I think what that's a good cover for is if you have someone else you want to kill. So you kill like a bunch of sex offenders first, and then you kill the person you wanted to kill. So you're like, hey, net, I still did pretty well on this.
Jesus, dude. Listen to this town. I don't know how you pronounce it. Osceola or Osceola County, Florida.
Okay.
I don't know.
Florida.
O County, Florida. Is known for being something of a haven for sex offenders because it isn't within any restricted range of schools, playgrounds, and churches. As such, there is actually a history of registered sex offenders living at the Friendly Village Inn. According to Inquisitor, 430 sex offenders live in the Kissimmee area at the time of the incident, and approximately 20 listed the Friendly Village Inn as their home address.
Yeah, don't love that. Like, build a school so the bad people can't live there?
Or is it better to have a community where, like, they're in a town by themselves and, like,
there.
no kids allowed in this town?
I mean, it would be tough if, like, I don't know, you grew up there.
Imagine there's a whole sign. There's a big sign on the highway, like, now entering Osceola.
Right.
No kids allowed. Warning. Tons of sex offenders here.
Yeah, I just think, I think you and I have some rooted pride in things, and, like, I don't know. If a town like Lavalette were to fall into this in 30 years, I think you'd be at the town hall with the other old folks screaming, like, hey, let's not do this.
Yeah, I think it's chicken or egg thing. Like, I think, like,
Right.
this town already had no kids, so that's why they went there. They didn't infiltrate a town that was, had a bunch of kids.
You'd like to hope.
You'd like to hope. It's, where are we? Oh, we're south of, oh, dude, we're right next to Lakeland.
Ocala?
Not Ocala. I know how to pronounce it. I've been to Ocala. It's, Osceola County. And then the town of Kissimmee is right by Lake Tehopikalakaga.
If it was Kissimmee, that'd be a little funny.
It is Kissimmee.
Hey, Kissimmee.
That's the sex offender town, Kissimmee?
Tough.
Holy smokes, that's ironic.
Please, Kissimmee.
Kissimmee sex offenders. Dude, how does that happen? How does the town called Kiss Me become the sex offender haven?
It's tough.
If that was in a movie, you'd think, like, this is too on the nose, guys.
Yeah. I made my purchase.
You did?
Yeah.
Abe says it's Osceola County.
Yeah, I just Googled the pronunciation.
Osceola County. I bought a pair of CCSU shorts where we went to college.
Nice. Are they nice shorts?
Phones. Not really.
Okay. Great.
Mesh shorts. But I figured while I was wearing these sweatbox pants today.
Look at this map of sex offenders in Florida. They just all go to that fucking county.
Don't love it.
I think it might be beneficial. I think you'd rather that than them spread out. It's like, avoid this fucking county. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ew. This is gross.
People should write "please don't" over all the kiss-me signs.
Yeah. Please, this town is not giving you my consent.
Do not kiss me.
Yeah. Oh, we're living in Kissimmee. Disfigured. Don't do it. Fucking do it. All right. Texas man pleads guilty in cactus smuggling case. I gotta say, I'm not interested, but they can win me over if there's some secret underground cactus ring.
If this is a real
Dude,
lifestyle.
it opens up with a man pleaded guilty in connection with a West Texas ring
Yeah?
that smuggled rare living rock cacti, a plant that wildlife officials say are protected. So now I'm kind of interested. They want.
Okay.
Good job, reporter. You gave me just what I wanted in the
That's all
first
we
paragraph. Government seized box shipment of 41 cacti. So they don't give us the rest of the details, but that's crazy that there's, anything rare is going to have a ring of people stealing it, selling it, black market. Didn't know cactus was going to be there.
Little town called El Paso.
That grocery store I was telling you about in the Bronx that has
Yes.
everything, they had cactuses for sale.
Okay.
And we were like, what do you do with cacti? How do you cook cactus?
Oh,
leaves?
they weren't for plants.
No. To eat.
That was
Yeah.
That was a big detail. It's
To
a big
eat.
detail.
Cactus salad. I guess you make cactus salad. How to cook cactus. Easy way to cook cactus. I didn't know. I didn't know people ate cactus, Why wouldn't they? Well, because it's fucking spiky.
Spiky.
Who thought to, let's put that spiky food in my mouth? Maybe it tastes good. Hats off to everyone that tried food for the first time. It's great. And then this dude requested trial by combat to his wife and their divorce. And
Ted Cruz?
it just seems like, he's a samurai wannabe.
Oof.
Lock him up. This dude might samurai his ex-wife if he sees her on the street.
Well, he requested it. I appreciate that.
I think it's all instant restraining order. I think the wife says, can I get a restraining order against him?
Hey,
Because
this man wants to fight me.
he clearly wants to use his samurai skills on me. So can we protect myself from that? I think she wins that.
He's instantly lost any normal case now.
Yeah.
And there's some pre-crime stuff here.
Yeah, I think you lose everything if you're battling for custody of the kids and everything. And in that battle, you say, I want to solve this by trial by combat. The judge is going to be like, okay, well, kids, you can't go with dad. He's a little crazy and aggressive.
So, second paragraph, his wife already took everything. So this was his last move, which I kind of like.
Yeah, what else do you got?
Yeah. Well, that's fine. But
She took my life. I want to take hers.
I would
That's
like
what he
to do
said.
a trial by
Yeah,
combat.
yeah. We got BBD with that
Yeah.
one. Yeah. They didn't let him.
Nah. Yeah.
They didn't let him.
It's 1999, so.
Yeah.
Did you see Ted Cruz and Ron Perlman doing this on the internet?
Ted Cruz
Yeah.
and Ron Perlman the actor?
Yeah.
What were they doing? I have so little interest
It
in that.
was. I thought I talked to you. I was talking to Luke about it yesterday. Brothers. Ron Perlman called out Ted Cruz you're a bad guy. Blah blah blah. And then Ted Cruz said something like, "Hey, how about you fight this other senator or whatever it was? Because that old senator used to be a wrestler or something." And Ron Perlman was like, "Hey, let's raise some money and I'll fight you." And Ted Cruz came back with a classic "Oh, so you don't want to fight my guy?" And everyone's like, "Ted, dude, what?"
Couple
and that's
things
2020.
Here. Couple things here. Ron Perlman, there's some
Yes.
stories behind the scenes. I read a bunch.
Sure.
He's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
Really well respected. Everyone that meets him says he's really, really nice. He used to go out of his way because people liked his voice. The only jobs Ron Perlman can get were heavy makeup. Beauty and the Beast.
Sure.
And what's the other one? The superhero death.
Oh, yeah, Hellboy.
Hellboy.
He got called Hellboy in one of the responses.
Because he has a crazy good voice, but people didn't care for the. So he
Right.
only got heavy makeup, and he hated it. And but people liked his voice so much. There's these cool stories of can you read this letter to me in my voice? And he
Sure.
would do it for people. He's got a cool voice. So
Cameo.
Ron Perlman's awesome. Ted Cruz, I will say, and I don't know if you're going to want me saying this.
Oh, no.
I don't know. If you look at a picture of Ted
Zodiac
Cruz,
killer.
if
Yeah.
you look at a picture of him
Goblin.
and you just see his face,
Yeah.
and you say, I want to vote for that guy,
Sure.
something's weird.
Yeah.
And you don't judge a book by a cover, but you have to judge a book
it's
by
a
its
weird
cover. Because Ted Cruz
It's an odd cover.
looks like the kid in high school. Like, it's just, come
Okay.
on. You know what I mean? Like, no one wants to hang out or have a conversation
Ted's
with
look
that
is
person.
tough.
It's the toughest look. I don't even know what his policies are or who he is.
Sure.
I just know when I look at his face, I'm instantly repulsed
Yeah.
from getting to know that person, which is a tough break.
Yeah.
Don't think we'd like the policies for what it's worth, but
I don't know anything.
Don't
I
wanna
don't
speak
care about
for
it,
you.
but
Sure.
I have to tell you something
Okay.
after the show.
After.
And before we get to bet of the day, I dropped the John Boy Albanio, and the chat was like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah.
And they think
Yeah.
they figured it out, but they spelled it wrong. And they Googled it, and it's an underground jazz club as a saxophonist. Jemani Obiomo is how he said. But I'll text it in here. It's Jemima
Just get it right.
Obaniel. It's been my stage name since I was in middle school. So yeah. Let's go to bet of the day.
Bet of the day, it's the bet of the day. Bet of the day, bet of the day.
Bet of the day. It's the bet of the day. Bet of the day. It is the bet of the day. Jakey placed 3 bets last week for you, all on the Bundesliga weekend games. He had the over on someone versus someone, Hoffenheim versus RB Lipstick. And then he also had Hertha Berlin to beat Eintracht Frankfurt. It was even money on Berlin. He had Berlin. And then he also had Wolfsburg to beat Sport Club Freiburg. Did any of these come true?
Fantastic reporting by you.
I'm just reading the doc.
BBD, you could confirm. I'm bringing it up now. Looks like Eintracht Frankfurt fucked me hard. They blew out Hertha Berlin, which is tough. And then Wolfsburg tied, which really sucks. Fucking Wolfsburg. And then I think I went 0 for 3.
Damn.
Yeah. So I think you went 1 for 2.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
1 and 2. Yeah.
1 and 2. So yeah, apparently
Tough day for you.
Tough day for me. And the way you were pronouncing them,
Well, RB Lipstick, it says on there,
Yeah.
RB Lipstick.
That was Dennis Day last week, and
ooh,
and I tuned in just in time to write that down.
Okay.
But didn't get the full
Dennis
thing.
Day. You know what? We're staying hot. We're a big Bundesliga pod, even though we're not.
So
hot
what's your
last
record
week.
now? You were like 5-1. Now I think you're 5-4.
We got to dig into it. We got to dig into it. BBD, I'm looking at you.
BBD, we had a spreadsheet of all the bets that I can like send to you. It'll be much easier to track that way.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've wanted.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's my fault. I didn't ask you for it, but I knew the sheet existed.
Let's not take this time to fight.
I'll make you eat cactus.
He will.
Unscathed. You just be biting into fucking death, basically.
This is easy.
Easy money.
You got to go where the easy money is.
They're
Bayern
giving
Munich.
away free money.
Bayern Munich.
free money.
Powerhouse. One of the most well-known teams in the Bundesliga. They are playing SV Werder Bremen. The over is an even payout. It's 3.5. Bayern Munich wins. They probably take the over by themselves. You're looking at a 4-1.
So Munich over who?
SV Werder Bremen. We're taking the over 3.5. It's got to be over 3.5.
I wanted to blindly agree with you, but you just
Sure.
came off your worst stretch in a long time.
Absolutely.
Brutal. So I got to do some research. Bayern Munich. Let's see how they've been playing.
Great. You're gonna like them.
Well,
the best
they're like
team.
the one team I know,
You're
so
right.
that means they're good. And they're playing Freiburg.
No.
Werder?
SV Werder Bremen.
They're playing Werder. Who we've bet on Werder before.
Sure.
Bayern's in first place. Werder's in second to last.
Yeah.
So what's the spread? What?
Doesn't matter. The over-under is 3.5, and we're taking the over.
Oh, okay. I like that. Werder sucks, man.
I think you're going to see Bayern put up a 4-burger, if not 5.
Well, they only put up 2. They put up 4 before that. Oh, 5 versus Dusseldorf.
You could see Werder quit this game.
Yeah. Okay. Does Werder's keeper have any gumption?
No.
No? Gumptionless?
No.
His name sucks.
It's tough.
Jiri Pavelka.
Pavelka.
But like 2 of the letters in his name have tildes.
Ooh. It's a plus and a minus.
His name needs help. You know what I mean? Not good. And I think I'm with you. I think you're being very smart here. I don't like the goalkeeper here. I think he's going to get mad at his defenders, and they're going to quit on him by the end.
Yeah.
And Bayern's not going to let up. No mercy is basically their saying.
I think, okay, I'll give the people a real scouting report. What happens here, it's 1-0 Bayern towards the end of the first half. They put one in extra time of the first half. Werder's devastated. They're a mess the second half. Bayern runs away.
Jake is stupid, but he's smart.
I'm with you.
Yep. Free money. Enjoy it, people.
Enjoy it. BBD, I'm putting the Google Sheet to the old bets. You can just delete all the old ones right on the Google Doc we're using. Hey-o. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Thank you very much for tuning in and hanging out with us on today's episode of John Boy and Jake Radio. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about more sports and more news and more just classic banter. How about that? Goodbye.